Hey, what's up everybody? Gonna start showing off my game system collection, and hopefully this stupid cam won't screw up on me, as in I got an extension cord on my webcam so I can walk around with it a little, but the damn thing wants to fit loose into my computer, so it keeps cutting out on me. Can't win. So got some tape stuck to it to hold it in place, and hopefully that will work. And also gonna do this video in segments for showing off my systems, as in even when I get my floor space back here, as in I'm still working at it because of this big ass freaking recliner chair that I also sleep in. It takes up pretty much the rest of my room. I've got to move it in order to get to that stuff, or to that stuff, or to that stuff, or to that stuff, which is a pain in the ass, so I'll do what I can tonight. Also, I want to show you guys my new gaming setup for my next gen systems, man. I'm proud of what I did. I was able to do a nice setup in a small amount of space. Very small amount of space. As in also, the camera makes my room look bigger than it is. I'm not in that big a room. Wish I was. So, on to the show here. Just gotta put this thing on pause so I can walk around the chair and impale myself on something. Alright, sorry I took a little bit there. Can't win, man. Now the damn cord wants to twist up on me, which will make it unplug that much easier. That's so far so good. So anyways, there's my TV that I've got mounted on the wall now, and as you can see there is the door to my room, and where I got that poster, that's a piece of wall, which is basically, if you could see through it, you'd see my shitter. As in, got my own bathroom in here, which takes up a good chunk of space, but I'd say this wall that I'm mounting the TV on is about a good 3 feet across. So, not much room. That's a 32-inch flat screen, and today, as you can see up there in the corners, I got my extra sound system set up for it. It's a Logitech system where you just got the 2 speakers and a good sized subwoofer, so I can have my bass now in the movies, make them sound better, let alone games, as in I like the ones for PCs. The subwoofers are always good to where you get that nice kicking bass. And below that, got an old Fisher stereo cabinet here, which I've got a good chunk of my Tron collectibles in it for Tron Legacy, and then above that got my DVD player, my Xbox 360, my Nintendo Wii, and now my Atari Jaguar that I've been playing to death. Speaking of the Jaguar, I'm having problems with the one that I just picked up, as in that's not it, that's my near mint one. One I picked up is having video problems that I'm going to try and show in a video, just in case someone else has the problems and was able to repair it. Which I did open it up, and damn, I'm afraid to touch the thing. Pretty complicated piece of freaking hardware there. Anyways, there's the PS3. Got that sitting on top of a plastic milk crate, and inside the milk crate, under the skull there, I've got the subwoofer. Then that is sitting on top of one of those plastic drawer systems. Same thing on the other side there. As in, I like picking those up because I can get them cheap at yard sales and stuff, and they work really good for holding your games and controllers and whatnot. So, not a bad setup. I'm happy with it. Was a bitch to get this thing mounted to the wall, as I'm in a single wide mobile home. Bad enough that I've got the smallest room in the place, but this wall here, there is no center beam. There's like a beam that runs alongside the frame of the door, one that runs along there between the two walls where they connect, and then two of them in the middle that are about a foot apart. And what I ended up doing was getting a pretty damn heavy duty presswood shelf, made better than usual, and I'd say that was about 1.5 feet long. Mounted that on the wall in between the two beams like a brace, and what can I say, I was on my ADD pills for the first time, as in I got a lot of shit done that first night. I was wired out of my mind, and basically put 10 screws, as in wood screws, down each side to brace it to the wall, to those two beams, and then the mounting system for the TV I've got bolted into that, also going into the main wall. So I think I've got that sucker strong enough right now to where Rosie O'Donnell, Roseanne Barr, and Eric Cartman could probably hang from it, and they'd probably rip down the wall before they dismount my TV. It's not coming down again. Only if I want it to. As in the system I got, it's kind of a pain to get it on there. It's nice and heavy duty, but it's like one bar of metal, and then once you put the bracket on, you got kind of this clamp that you slide down onto it and just locks in place. And it's kind of triangle shaped, so it can only go so far. So not like the ones where it's more like a shelf type bracket, where you got a bracket here, bracket there, and then everything's kind of mounted in between that. To me, those are cheap. And speaking of cheap, I didn't pay much for it. In fact, if you guys are looking for a good mounting system for your flat screen, as in, I'd say this TV weighs about 35 pounds without the platform for putting it on a table. This bracket system says it holds up to 100, which is a lot for a flat screen. So if you got one that's under 100 pounds and got a nice strong wall, this one that I got at Ross will hold it. As in, Ross is where I look for a lot of that stuff. They'll get them in on closeout prices, and I only paid 25 bucks for it. And it's normally about a $60 system. So, like I say, man, what you can do in a small amount of space. And on my retro systems, it's a cool system that I got for the shelves, but because it was in a store, it's one to where it was meant to have people walking around it, as in it's got rows of shelves pointing in all 4 directions. So right now I got one facing my back, and then the other one's facing my computer, then one facing the wall, and then one facing the other wall. So I can show you 2 shelf fulls, and then I'll have to rotate the thing to show you my shelves that got all the Atari stuff on. Other than that, I've got, or getting some of my other systems set up on my regular type garage shelf system. So, like I say, it'll be a few videos, but it's the only way I can do it. Just wanted to make the guys and gals happy that have been wanting to see kind of a room tour. Show you a little bit of what I did on this side here. Yeah. Did have some game systems on this shelf, but decided to have that for all my Alien action figures and whatnot, and then got a little bit of game stuff up there above it. Mind me if I'm shaking the cam, I have to look back at my computer to see what the hell I'm doing. This is a pain in the ass. So, gradually getting stuff set up. It's just a pain, man. So, put this sucker on hold again, and that'll be the end of the video. See you guys in the next one.